Hi, welcome to the Pat Sheranian Show. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate your being with us and finding a little time in your day to relax and listen to some of our fun, foolishness, and occasionally really good stuff. So we appreciate being here. My guest today is Roger Strong. You know, you can't miss this guy. If you see him walking down the street, walk up and say hello to him because it's not a person you're going to forget. What are you, 6'6"?
6'5".
6'5". Oh, quibbling over an inch. 6'5", and big guy and easy to recognize, and he's all over our county. And we're so glad that he and his wife decided to move here. And if you haven't read Tidbits, you need to read Tidbits. This is a great little newspaper. We're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about the Good Life Expo and what's going on down there and how we're involved with it. We're going to be talking about some of the people that are running ads and some of the articles that are in Tidbits. So, Roger, how the heck are you? Oh, isn't that cute? They did with a little green hat.
That's right. We tried to stay in the
St. Pat?
St. Patty spirit.
You know, it's my day. I claim it. It's really turned a good job. This is easy because it's sort of like patting your head, rubbing your tummy, chewing gum, and hopping on one foot backwards. They really do have intriguing time trying to keep us on the air. Most radio stations just broadcast to radio. We broadcast to UtahValleyLive.com, which puts us on the internet worldwide. And somebody asked me a while ago if I was nervous because when I was doing an earlier show. No, you don't get nervous. You get energized. So you have that excitement, like when you're going on a stage or giving a speech anywhere. You have that. I let all of my engineers, I let them get excited and nervous about keeping us on the air. So we appreciate them there. All right, now, I want to talk about this because we got some things in this week's paper. If you don't have this paper, you need to call Roger. Your phone number, Roger, is
801-616-6288.
Pull that up and say it all over again.
Right, it's Tidbits. My name's Roger.
Okay.
And if you call 801-616-6288,
let's make sure you're on the air.
And we'll hook you up.
I think that other mic may have gotten turned off in the process of being moved around. Not sure. Are we on the air? Say something, Roger.
Okay.
Okay,
right.
We're on the air.
So
Yay.
let me give that number just one more time.
Yeah, give the number again.
801-616-6288. You call that, you'll get me, and I'll be glad to help you out either with arranging to have our paper in your business establishment for the use of your patrons, or to get an advertisement in there to get more patrons in your place.
Good, and it works.
It works.
I don't know how many ads you have in here now. What, 25?
Somewhere in that neighborhood, yeah.
Around 25.
It keeps growing each week.
But it's not just about ads. However, I have found people that have come on the air with me out of this paper because I thought that looks really interesting. One of the most fun that I had last, a week and a half ago, was having the edible arrangements.
Heather from Edible Arrangements.
Yes,
yep.
from Edible Arrangements. She came on and she brought this wonderful big, it looked like flowers, this great big thing. And it's chocolate strawberries, and it's cinnamon-covered apples, and it's pineapple with a great big circle and it looks like a flower, and the center of the flower is cantaloupe. I mean, it was so much fun, and there I was eating it on the air. How uncool was that? I couldn't resist. I mean, I could have waited, you know. And the strawberries were really huge. They were like 3 inches, covered in this thick chocolate so that when you bit in, the chocolate came off.
Yeah.
And so we were
amazing, the
eating like
chocolate they
this.
use.
You know, it was marvelous chocolate. And they're going to be in the show, the Good Life show,
Excellent.
down the Good Life Expo down in Spanish Fork.
All right.
That's coming up on the 13th and 14th, and we want you to get involved. Certainly mark your calendar. It opens at noon on the 13th, goes till 8 at night, opens on Saturday at noon, goes to 6 o'clock. And some of the people you've seen on the air here are going to be there, and some that you see in the paper are going to be there. And we're going to talk about this, some of these people, because they're really, she's going to bring salads to sell, all fruit, all cut up. Just, I mean, it's amazing. It's a franchise, and she explained it.
It is, and she's done
Right
just
place,
a wonderful
right
job
time.
with it.
Oh, she's amazing. And she's open on Sunday, not because she wants to be, but because it's a franchise. She does not get a choice. So they're open, pretty good hours good hours during the week. And then on Sunday, they're short hours. I think they're 8 to 1. But she has to be. And in Provo, I say that because the streets are empty. Everybody's sitting at church, which is a good thing.
Well, and she's running a special right now in the paper.
She is?
There. She has a Easter or spring bouquet that she's doing. It's got, in addition to all of the fruit that you described.
Oh, and it's got grapes, and it's got what is this? Melon,
Melons.
cantaloupe, and melons,
and she takes them and cuts them and makes them look like flowers. They're just beautiful.
Absolutely fun.
And this would be a wonderful way to delight your friends, your family, or your guests with a really tasteful centerpiece for Easter dinner.
And
This would
we
be
have
perfect.
conference weekend coming. A lot of guests in
Yep.
town, birthday parties, Mother's Day. A lot of things coming up, so get your order in now. Did you order for your wife?
I haven't yet, but I do
better
have
do
that
it.
in mind. Yeah.
Okay.
And Heather is offering $4 off, so that's edible arrangements.
And they start at $25 and go up to 100 and something, and the $65 one I think is the one she brought in here.
Yeah.
It would have fed 20 people.
Easily
20
Easily.
people. Oh, my goodness. It was great. Okay, the other thing that happened last week, Saturday a week ago, I went to Innovative Auctions of
Did you?
Utah. I did.
All right.
And I have not been to this kind of auction. They auction off cars. They didn't that day at that particular time. But I want to tell you, they've got people out there that know coins. And I remembered I had some coins at home. So now I'm going to go back because some of these coins, like quarters, 50-cent pieces, depending on the year, paper money, from different places, some with a red dot on it. If a $2 bill had a red lettering on it, $125. Hello?
Really?
So go through your coins and see what you've got, because even the quarters wound up selling for $35, $45. We got enough quarters. It was working out there.
And the amazing thing about the auction out there is the people they're selling are going to do much better than they thought they were going to. Like you say, you got spare change at home. You think it's worth face value.
I've
You
had
go out
everybody
there,
look at it and say, well, this isn't worth, that penny's not worth anything. Yeah, it is.
Sure.
It's worth about $25. So.
And then you, as a bidder, you go out and you find things that you like and you win them at a really good price.
Well, they have you register and you go in the computer and then they give you a number. Mine happened to be 7. And you get a number, and there were maybe 35 when I got there that had come through, and I thought, well, they didn't all take numbers because they weren't going to bid. So if you're going to bid, you take a number, you can just come and watch. And they wound up with 60-some people out there, and the bidding got, okay, going once, going twice, going, 17, 25, or whatever it was, And it was fun. It was easy, and it was fun in a big warehouse, and out in Pleasant Grove, and you'll never find it without calling. It is a hard warehouse to find. Now, what is easy to find is their car dealership, and their cars are wonderful because they are repossessed in excellent condition, and they are selling thousands, literally thousands of dollars under Blue Book.
They are. It's amazing the prices that they have out there. They're located on State Street in Pleasant Grove, just right across the street from the Purple Turtle. Everybody knows where it is. You just right across the street will be the Innovative Auctions. And if you look inside Tidbits here, on the center section, we have our treasure chest of coupons. Innovative Auctions has one there. And on just a normal auction, it's worth $20. If you buy a car, it's worth $100.
There was a lady, she was in the middle of bidding, and whatever happened, I don't know, but they said you won. They gave her $50. She could spend it any way she wanted to, or take it home, or go to lunch.
All right.
And that was kind of, she was so She was so caught off guard she could hardly get up and walk to the front. She kept saying, well, but I haven't done anything. I didn't buy anything. The other thing is if you pick up tidbits, because it's really hard to remember all these addresses, the actual auction on Tuesdays and every other Saturday is at 220 South, 640 West, number 6. Who's going to remember all that? In Pleasant Grove. So the number to call is 801-910-8384. 910-8384. These guys are doing fun things. They were on the air with me. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, they came in.
I didn't know that. I missed that show.
I hadn't met them. And so when they came in, I said, if I ever have to walk down a dark alley, I'm going to go get these boys because they'd hurt you. They're tough guys. They've been around a while, but very, very knowledgeable. And they have great integrity because he said, if the car's broken, we're not going to sell it to you.
Yeah.
For instance, if something's broken, we don't want that reputation. They can't afford to because the cars move through too fast. And so they make sure they're in good condition. If they're not, they don't put them out there. I love that.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. Give me the keys. Is there an engine? I'm not sure, but if it goes, there must be. Okay. Let's see. Who else did I want to mention?
Well, up here in the upper left-hand corner, we've got an advertiser that's been with us for a while, but they've got a special ad going on right now. It's Mason Machinery out in Springville. They're on the west side of the freeway on Frontage Road, and what they do is they specialize in all kinds of gardening and farming equipment. So you can get everything from just a little push mower all the way up to one of those ride-in tractors that,
no, I don't
has
know.
air conditioning.
But you can tell me.
Well, the big ones are beautiful. They got air conditioning.
I'll take it.
CD sound system in them. They're incredible, and they got everything in between.
Well, they've got everything on sale. Great prices, it looks like. Yeah, they're
Saturday,
moving merchandise.
This Saturday, March 24th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., they're having an open house. They're going to have people that are there representing the companies that sell the products. The brands will be there. Of course, all their incredible staff will be there. They're going to have door prizes. They're going to have chainsaw demos. And then a lot of the things that they have are going to be on sale. And of course, now's the right time. You got your garden. You need to be starting to prep it. You need to be getting even just the small plantings, for your flowers, your flower bed, that sort of thing. Now's the time. They're going to have everything you need to help you with get it done.
All right, I'm going to go see him. Underneath there is a local jeweler, a little ad. And we're talking about ads because these are good ads. They're sizable ads. They don't cost an arm and a leg. They're very reasonable. And how many of these papers are you distributing? 8,000 to 10,000 now?
We've got about 6,000 readers every week, and we're growing.
Wow.
I just increased the order for papers, and we've increased the distribution sites. We're approaching 200 different sites up and down the valley.
If you're not careful, you're going to give the Daily Herald a run for it.
Well,
it's not that kind of news. It's really not. It's not mayhem and same thing here. Daily Herald does a trade with our ad for the broadcast.
Sure.
And we give the news every day at 1 o'clock across the board. But we decided that we would not put in death and people that were hurt and awful stuff. So we have the fun stuff going on.
Well, and that's what we specialize
people that
in.
Succeed. And I was going to say that's what you guys do in a different way because this is just a neat little paper. And I think you mentioned there were 5 million readers a week.
5 million readers nationwide. It's really incredible. It's very, very popular. We tell people, if you want to go get your a daily dose of depression, there's papers that have that out there. But for us, there's no death, divorce, devastation, or destruction. It's just good news for good people. We call ourselves a happy paper for Happy Valley.
Oh, and how clever is that? Well, I want to mention Daniel's the Jeweler's Bench in downtown Provo. I have right now with me a whole bag of jewelry. I couldn't tell what was gold and what was real silver, so I just dumped it all in a bag, and I'm going to take it over because they take in your old gold. They can do 2 things. They can give you cash back, or they can recreate some of that gold into new rings or bracelets or pins. Yeah,
they do custom design right there in the store. Daniel is just amazing at what he does.
He has been wonderful. He served on the board for at that time, the Provo Orem Chamber of Commerce. you never meet anybody easier to get along with in your entire life. And his son's the same way. They run their little family business
Yep.
right here on University Avenue at 275 North.
Yes.
Just right almost on the corner of 3rd North and University Avenue on the west side of the street. Just the nicest people you'd want to know. Okay, let's talk about some of the articles because it sounds like this is all ads. It's not. So explain how the written word goes with the ads.
We have editorial content that starts on the front page and leads you in through the paper. This one, Tidbits says, "Let them eat cake." It's an article by Kathy Wolf, and she talks about when cake was first invented back by the Egyptians. She brings it on up through how it split into cake and cookies, what modern days cakes are. She tells where bundt cakes came from.
Interesting.
It's just, it's
In
a
this
very
article.
interesting in this one
Great.
little article.
Well, I
that is
haven't
there.
read this because it just got here. Mostly they're out on Mondays, though, right?
They come out here in the north end of the valley on Mondays. By Wednesday, we have them through the entire valley.
Okay. All right.
And as you go inside, as you follow that article inside, what you start to find is not only that article and as it continues on into some other stories, but we have over 30 different features that are in here. We have
Like games, crossword puzzles. I'm convinced if you keep an active mind and you have to work at it as you get older, your thinking process, your cognitive thinking is so much sharper, but you've got to use the mind. So
you got to work at it. That's
lot
right.
of puzzles in this thing.
Lots of puzzles.
All ages. They're good for all ages.
Several word games, several crosswords. We have snowflakes. We have one little section that's called Kid Bits that is devoted just to
You've got
kids.
pets. What is the one about pets?
We have Pet Bits. That's an article for pet owners
So cute.
that gives you helpful hints about problems they're having and how to deal with them. We have one that's called Donna's Day, where she typically has household hints and quite often has recipes to try out. We've had a great time trying those out. As you move into the center of the paper, we have our treasure chest. When we went out and sampled the people
So
here
is that
in the county.
because some of these ads are in other places? So you call this section the treasure chest. They have a smaller kind of a card size ad.
They're a smaller ad, and what
Okay.
they are doing is offering a very specific discount. This is places that are wanting you to come in and try them out, and so they're giving you their best shot so that they can get you in and try the store out. And once you see how good it is, you'll come back. We have Norma Jeans.
Norma
They've been in
Jeans.
and talked with you before. We have
That's Marilyn Monroe. They can't say that, but we can. And the restaurant really is about her, but they can't say it.
yeah, and it's a great restaurant.
Everything about Marilyn has
Yeah.
been long ago copyrighted. Let me ask a question about this, then I'll let you go back.
Sure.
What the Toastmasters? I belonged to Toastmasters years and years ago. This looks like a local number with somebody that's here locally now. Are they looking for speakers to join with?
They are. Noreen Jensen, who is the head of the Toastmasters Club in Payson, has this ad running in there, and what she's trying to do is get people in. If you are looking to help your confidence, if you are looking to help your speech pattern, if you are looking to just be able to stand up in church and make a better impression without a lot of stuttering and stammering, and be able to organize your thoughts and put a small story into a beginning, a middle, and wrap it up with an end that's
She works with
interesting.
that then.
Toastmasters is a fantastic place to go.
Good. Well, we're going to do that in Sheranian Academy. We've been talking about that this morning, that we're going to be starting here. A little different focus on it.
A little different
But
focus.
it's-
This is specifically on speaking, but it does some of the things that you are doing, which is it helps
We're
people
gonna
with their confidence.
Yeah, we're going to be training people to come on and be a guest
Sure.
and to be a host. And we're starting with 8-year-olds. The youngest
That's
one,
so
the
good.
8-year-old, and then teenagers and preteens and teenagers and young adults and mature and grandmas.
I
great
think that's
grandmas,
incredible. It's
any
amazing how many people you meet. Once you get to talking with them, you can tell that they have self-confidence issues. And you look at them, and they are beautiful people. They are able to carry on a great conversation. But for whatever reason, they have a poor self-image. And I think your academy would probably focus on that as much as anything.
It's totally what we
is-
focus on. I'm not trying to send people down to Hollywood or get them in the movies. It happens once in a while because somebody gets the bug.
Sure.
But for the most part, It's to stay here and, raise a family, do all the good things, finish in school, whatever it is. But I promise that you, when you go through these 6 weeks, because there are 2 hours in your class each week. You don't go to separate classes, 2 hours at a time. But by the end of 6 weeks, you will have been on the microphone. You will have been filmed. It will be archived. You will have been on a runway. You will have your we go out and have pictures taken, photographs out in the field or, up on the mountain or wherever. But you have a day with that, a lot of photographs. And things that will build confidence.
That's the important point. Is people shouldn't
getting
be afraid
a sense of yourself, not competing with somebody,
right?
But getting a sense of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're working for. But Toastmasters is good because these are people that do a lot of professional speaking because they're in a situation in marketing where they need to. And boy, getting a brush up and belonging to this, and also this is a good way to network. It's a great way to network. Okay, what else is in here? I interrupted you in the middle of this, and these are good. What do these little ads cost?
We've got ads that our small ads are as little as $10 a week. And I should mention, we will, starting somewhere in April, hopefully the 1st of April, we're going to be adding a classified ad section. So you'll be able to be in there for as little as $5 a week. So this is a way to get... If you
tried to put a wanted ad in, or it costs an arm. They get your arm.
It does.
It's very expensive, so I'm happy you're going to do the classified.
I was talking with a fellow the other day, and he was dealing with one of our large competitors, and he was looking at the ad costs. He had called me, and he said, well, how much do you cost? And I says, oh, you're going to be just absolutely delighted when you hear what we cost. And I walked him through the different sizes and what they were, and then told him what the prices were, and he said that he could do a month's worth of advertising in my paper for what it would cost him for just a couple of days.
Absolutely.
And in one of the local papers.
And I noticed on your front page you've got the Good Life Expo, so I want to mention that again because Roger is also working with the Good Life Expo down in Spanish Fork on April 13th and 14th. It's going to be about all kinds of good things. Gardening. They're going to have a lot of people down there with gardening tips and gardening things, home businesses, things that happen in your home, health and wealth, and also hobbies. So Spanish Fork Fairgrounds, mark your calendar, April 13th and 14th. And if you would like to have a booth, you may call Roger. Your number is
801-616-6288.
Or call me. We both got. Do you have a floor plan? If you don't have an updated floor plan before we go,
yes.
Okay, you got an updated. Okay,
I'm all set.
Or call me and we'll find a booth for you. It'll be just perfect for you. 801-362-9552. 362-9552. Because we're all working together to make this a very successful expo. This is their 16th year. Ron Payne owns this expo. It's his 16th year. And this is my 6th year working with him down there. Uh-huh.
Well, it's a great venue. It's down at the Spanish Fork Fairgrounds. It's going to be on April 13th and 14th. And I have to put in a plug. These are not advertisers of mine, but they're just a great couple of guys, Zach and Henry, that own Poor Boys Barbecue down in
They're going to be
they're going to be
you want to go out there and get lunch
or
dinner? Come on out. They're going to be serving food.
Go get some authentic Tennessee barbecue, dry rub. Oh, it's just melts in your mouth. It is fantastic.
I haven't had lunch yet. Quit that. I'll be hopping in the car and down the road.
You'll need to.
Oh, that is so good. All right. Well, we've got just a few minutes left, so let's just give a shout out to some of these people. Big O Tires.
Big O Tires is on the back of the paper. What we are doing there is we're supporting the Hewish Theater, which is being restored. This is a great work that a fellow is doing as a request from his wife to restore the theater and make it a home for the performing arts. They're in.
Do you know who the couple
Payson.
is? Is it the Browns?
I forget the name,
Okay.
and I'm embarrassed.
We'll
by
find
that.
out. We'll find out.
So,
that'd be great to have them on the air and tell us what they're doing.
It would.
Okay.
But what has happened is the Payson Chamber of Commerce is very much behind this. They connected me up with Kevin from Big O Tires, and he sponsored that section. And what we were doing is anyone that wants to advertise in that particular section, we take half of their advertising cost. It's our regular advertising cost, but we take half of that, and that will be donated to the Hewish Theater
That's
to help
great.
them with their restoration.
What a good idea. I want to mention a couple of things in here also. Coming up in April, all kinds of things are going on. And so the first thing I looked for was the Easter egg hunt.
You bet.
And so they're having a big Easter egg hunt where? In Payson.
It's all around Payson, and this is a really fun one because this is not the Saturday morning Easter egg hunt. There are several of those, and they are here in the paper to find them for Santaquin and also in Payson. But this particular one is a business one for the older kids, and what they've done is they've restricted it to 10 to 18-year-olds.
How fun.
And they go around to the business, and as they go they start off at Dr. Gunnarson's office there in Payson, and they get a little gift. They get a clue as to where the next store is, and then they have to go out and look for it, find out where the next store is. They go in, they get
Do they get to keep what they find?
They get to keep what they find.
This is
and
fun.
At the end, there's a big drawing, and they get prizes for having participated, and there's going to be a great big huge Easter grand prize for them, and they'll be notified Monday after that.
That will be such fun. Okay, Tidbits. Make sure you find a copy, and if you can't, give your phone number quickly.
Tidbits of Utah County. It's 801-616-6288, the Happy Paper for Happy Valley.
And this is Roger Strong, and I'm Pat Sheranian. Thank you so much for being with us today. We look forward to talking to you soon, and be sure and stay with UtahValleyLive.com. Bye-bye.